Hello and welcome to another episode of The Art of Kicking Ass Elegantly TV. I'm your host, Michelle Hext. Have you ever had the idea for, a new business or a new program or a new product launch? And, in the beginning, you're so excited about it and you have this deep sense of knowing that, this is it. This is going to be the thing that, you're going to be focusing your attention on from here on in because it's going to pay amazing dividends. And then you find yourself full of fear, self-doubt, and you fall over at the first hurdle. If that's you, stick around. I'm going to tell you how to push through. This week, probably more than anything else, I've been dealing with clients that are moving ahead really, really quickly, and we've got all of the structure in place, and branding's done, and all that sort of stuff. And then when it's ready to go out into the world, they're filled with this self-doubt, and it happens. It happens for me too. And I'll tell you the trick that I use to push through those things and just ignore that nasty little voice on my shoulder telling me, who do you think you are to do this? Or just because it, succeeded last time doesn't mean it's going to happen this time, all that stuff. And so what I do, it's a simple thing. And, I was reminded of it yesterday when I was working. A client messaged me when I was at the gym, and this client had said, what if I can't get them results? They're signed up, and what if I can't give them what I said that I'm going to give them? And I told this client what I tell myself, and that is, it made sense when we last caught up, still makes sense now. The only difference is the mess that you've made in your head. So go back, immerse yourself in your vision again. There are a few exercises that I'd given early on to help people really get clear about what it is, about where their zone of genius is, and get them certain. I want them convicted that they can deliver what it is that they're promising. So I made this person go back, read over that homework again, and then they were right as rain. And I got a message back saying, you really should patent that. And I thought, yeah, it's so true, but it's what happens. It happens to everybody. So, if you're finding yourself in that place, just remember, I think there's a quote around as well that says, when you're struggling, remember where you started. And I guess it's similar to that. It's this, when you did this, when you had all this excitement and you were, you had this sense of knowing that this was the thing, nothing's changed. Nothing changed between then and where you're standing right now. It's just the mess that you made in your head. So it's so important to go back and remind yourself why you thought you could do it in the first place, and do whatever you need to do to get your head back in that space. And over time, it becomes easier. So now those doubts come up and I'm just like, piss off. I know what I'm doing. There's a plan in place. It made sense then. It still makes sense now. And I just choose to focus my attention on where I'm heading and not that nasty little voice on my shoulder. So, I don't think it matters where you are. I don't think it matters, what level of success you have. I think it's always there. And it's just, we need to get better and better at dealing with that little voice and, building resilience around that. I think, you've heard me talk before probably about resilience being, probably the number one trait you need as an entrepreneur. Anyway, so takeaway, when you get in that space, remind yourself this made sense before, still makes sense now. It's just the mess I made in my head, and go clean that mess up. I hope that helped, and I'll see you next week.